Don't you think it is odd if the patient is the one that's telling the doctor what to do? Or perhaps the client telling their lawyer what he or she should do to win a court case? When we were young, our parents tend to tell us what to do or even what to say. But as we grew older and have a mind on our own, we dislike being told what to do, especially if it is something that we know better. Don't you think it is odd if the patient is the one that's telling the doctor what to do? Or perhaps the client telling their lawyer what he or she should do to win a court case? You will agree that this is very odd. But when it comes to appointing a real estate salesperson or RES for their property, many home sellers make this mistake. They breathe down on the RES neck and treat them like a child, telling them they should do this and they should do that. When that happens, the outcome usually does not turn out well, especially when it comes to dealing with a professional who knows their job well. Hi, my name is Alex Chua, and welcome back to our 10-part video series on the 10 biggest mistakes home sellers make and how you can avoid them. I shared this on Channel News Asia FM 938 Live a while back, but let me assure you, this is not outdated information. How do I know? I am still seeing many home sellers making these costly mistakes. By the way, you may want to click on the follow us button on our Facebook page and also subscribe to our YouTube channel, whereby we will be sharing with you our unbiased opinions when it comes to buying, selling, or investing in your property. So if you are ready, let's get started. Today's mistake number 8 is about home sellers who are micromanaging the sales process. In my last 30 years in the real estate business, I have met thousands of home buyers and sellers. While some may value with what I share with them, others have a mind of their own. There are home sellers who insist on micromanaging the sales process. They want to be involved with everything from writing their own advertisements, what to say during the house tour, or even walk with the home buyers during the viewing. They must approve the choice of words and photos used for their advertisement. While their intent may be good, it can be frustrating for RES who have a lot of brilliant ideas what to do or know what is best for the home seller. Many years ago, a home seller picked on my advertisement without understanding my good intention. He mentioned that I missed out many things in my advertisement description. He also wanted me to include a photo of every corner of his property. It does not serve any purpose to argue with stubborn homeowners. Arguing with them is a bad idea. And you know what happened when the salesperson wins an argument with a high ego customer? The salesperson is not actually winning anything. Agree? So, why did I miss out some info in my ad copies? Was I sloppy, or were there some other reasons for that? The truth is, I deliberately left out some information so that genuine buyers will have to contact me to find out more. If my ad states everything, prospects will not call because they assume they know enough to form a judgment that the property is not suitable for them. Think about this. Can the sale be done when the prospects are not responding to the advertiser? Remember, telling is not selling. Anyone can tell a story, but a good storyteller knows what to say, when to say, and how to say, so that the audience is constantly kept in suspense. Likewise, good salesmanship requires the same skills, and that, my friend, is a skill that takes years of practice. Let's analyze this. Is there something wrong if a home seller appoints a RES and at the same time has to tell the RES what to do? The sellers seem to have doubts about the RES capabilities. Yes? Then why even engage the RES in the first place? What are other examples of home sellers micromanaging the sales process? I know there are home sellers who follow the RES and the prospects around during the viewings. Some even try to present the property themselves because they believe they know better about their property, which I'm sure, but do they know enough about the prospect or the market sentiments? Their good intention may end up in a disaster for themselves. Here are 3 potential risks for home sellers who micromanage. Number 1. The RES abilities will be limited, not by what he cannot do, but rather by what he is restricted to do, and may end up being a yes man instead of putting his best effort to go all the way out to find the right buyer for the seller. Number 2. Most buyers are not comfortable with sellers tagging around during the property presentation by the RES. I have encountered sellers who disrupted the RES presentation and asked the buyers sensitive questions. You can imagine how uncomfortable it must have been for the buyers. Point 3. Sellers may unknowingly disclose certain information that reveal they have no offer or low offer on hand, or worse still, say something that contradicts with their RES. When that happens, it creates doubts for the prospects that either the home seller or their RES is not telling the truth. As a home seller, you do not want that to happen. So what's my advice for today? Look at the big picture. What is the result that you want to achieve? Let me think. A sale done at a good price, isn't it? If this is the common objective between you and the RES, then you must learn to trust the RES. And I'm not saying that you must trust them blindly, but rather trust them after you are assured that he or she is the right person or the best person to serve your needs. You can encourage them to elaborate more about their marketing plans for your property. When there are doubts, do not reject any idea immediately. Instead, ask for clarity. The truth is, any good RES will be more than willing to share if the discussion is not stressful. If it gets too stressful, the chances of the RES making empty promises to please the seller is high. But when it comes to delivering those commitments, that is another thing. Lack of communication between the home sellers and their RES is bad. This will create misunderstandings. When a RES is working on the sale of a property half-heartedly, we know what is going to happen. They will not perform at their best and may just want to wrap things up as quickly as they can. In communication, the one asking the question is the one who's receiving new information. That's why we are often told to listen more than we talk. So go ahead and ask your RES as many questions as you want. After all, you're paying for their professional advice. Unless you are looking to engage a yes man, otherwise refrain from telling them what to do. Like it or not, professionals have knowledge, skills, pride, and expertise to achieve or surpass your expectations. Thank you for watching this video and stay tuned for our next video for mistake number 9. Meanwhile, if you have any questions or topics that you want to know more about, you can always reach us at 9780-0000. This is Alex Chua from Home of the Elites. Till we meet again, you stay safe for now.